Hey guys, it's your girl Jazz and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to show you guys a gorgeous, lovely, no, I'm not. Today I'm going to show you guys a gorgeous look with the 35XO palette from Morphe, and it's got beautiful mauves and browns in there, and I thought it'd be gorgeous for fall. So we're going to do a look with that palette today. So if you want to see what I come up with, you'll have to continue watching. But first, we have to get the business taken care of. You know what it is. I need you guys to subscribe. I need you to join the family, be a part of the club. I also need you guys to hit that like button so it can be saved to your like videos. That way, whenever you're ready to recreate this look, it'll be right there for you. You don't have to go searching for it. And then you also want to click that bell so you can be notified every time I upload a brand new video. So now that we've got the business taken care of, it's time to start this video. Let's go. So first I'm gonna go ahead and do the eyes and then we'll do the base later. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my brows. I'm gonna be using two different pencils today. One is gonna be the Tarte Duo. It's called the Sketch and Set. I really like this for the darker end of my brow. And then for the beginning of my brow, I like to use the NYX, their micro pencil, and this is in the shade Espresso, and then this one is in the shade Dark Brown. So I like to use this one in the front tail end of my brow. Now, I do have a brow tutorial, so it's pretty similar, very same like-ish of what I did in that video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut, do my brows, come back, and we get into it, okay? Oh God. All right, so I'm back. I've got my brows snatched and ready to go so we can continue on to the eyes. So today I'm gonna use the Juvia's Place concealer. I'm in the shade number 12. I'm gonna use that to base my eyelids today. I'm gonna go in with a concealer brush and I'm just gonna like buff it out, get it all nice and thick so we can have really good coverage. Boom, so we're all based. Now for the fun part, the part that we've all been waiting for, the eyeshadows. So today, okay, so my eyes are super drawn to this gorgeous shade right here. It's called With This Bling. So I think I'm gonna go in with that. There's a pink shade in here called Talk Feelings. And I'm gonna also do Show Some Skin. Now you guys know if I end up dabbling into another shade, I will definitely let you know. And then we'll go from there. So mama needs a fluffy brush. A fluffy brush. Here we go. So I'm going to take a nice little fluffy eyeshadow brush and I'm going to dip into the shade Talk Feelings first, just to give a little pink moment on my little, not little because it's kind of big, but my crease. I'm going to go in there and swirl it around. But first I think we should get closer. Let's get close. I think that's close. What do you think? So I'm gonna go in with pressing first so I can get some coverage. And then once I feel like I've gotten some coverage in there, I'm gonna go in and do circular motions. Get it nice and good in that crease, because what I'm going for in this look is a little bit darker, kind of like the color of my shirt here, a little bit darker, but a nice glitter on the lid, or shimmer if you will. So this just needs to really help blend out the edges of those two shades that I mentioned earlier. So next I'm gonna go in, you could use a really tiny like pencil brush. You could also use an angled brush if you wanted to, totally preference. I think I'm gonna go in with a pencil brush today. Where is my pencil brush? Got it. So I'm going in with the shade Show Some Skin. I'm using this on my outer edge, and this is where I'm gonna get that depth that's closer to the color of my shirt. So I'm going in pretty heavily with this color. Oh yes, heavily, honey, heavily. Then I'm gonna take that same brush that I used with the first shade, not putting any more product on it, just gonna go in and marry those two shades together. Make sure we have no harsh lines, because that's what it's all about. Good eyeshadow looks that you see on like Pinterest and all of that, it is all because they took the time to keep on blending and making sure everything is seamless. Gorge. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with our shimmer, which I'm excited about. I think I'm gonna use a brush first to see if I can get it kind of where I want it to be without having to use my finger. So I'm taking the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, spraying that on my flat, like paw kind of brush, and going straight in. Oh my God, this looks so pretty. With this shade, and then I'm going to tap it right on this inner corner and work my way out. It's going on pretty good. I'm gonna get a little bit more. Oh my God. Boom. Just like that. Gorge. So next, you know what I gotta do? We're going to wing it out. So I'm gonna use my go-to Sephora Collection Long Lasting Liquid Liner in the shade Noir. And I'm only gonna do it halfway because I do want to create this nice lifted effect to my eye, if you will. Kind of make it a little bit more almond-ish shape. So I'm going to start on the outside, work my way in, but I'm probably gonna stop right in the middle of my pupil. Like that. Boom. So I'm also going to do some mascara. So today's mascara is the Mega Mascara Air Volume from L'Oreal. It's a new one that I saw at the store, and I was like, I'm always down to try a new mascara. So let's see what she looks like today. It's definitely a thicker formula, because as soon as I pulled the wand out, it was like heavily coated and really thick, and it's definitely making my lashes thicker for sure. And this is not waterproof. The one that I have, I didn't get waterproof. Definitely made them thicker. I don't know if it separated it as much as I would like to, but that is usually because of the brush. But I did like how thick it went on. It coated it really well, so I like it. We'll see what happens wearing it all day. So you guys know the drill. I'm gonna do the other eye off camera. I'll come right back. While I'm off camera, I'm also gonna put on some lashes. So today's lashes are gonna be from Kiss, the Lash Couture extensions, and I'm gonna use the shade 80353. And these are just heavenly. I mean, they look so gorgeous and fluffy and curly. So I'm gonna pop these on while I'm off camera, and then I'll be right back. All right, so I've got my lashes on. eyes are done, and now we're ready to move on to the face. So today for primer, I'm going to use my all-time favorite, the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I usually do one pump. It covers my whole entire face, gets it really good and smooth. If you've ever seen any of my pictures on Instagram and you're like, oh my god, how is her skin so smooth? One, it's this primer. It like literally is like heaven on the skin and blurs any pores. I mean, oh, it's just thebomb.com. So that is a primer that I'm always usually wearing in one of my photos that makes my skin look super smooth. Today's foundation is going to be the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I'm going to use the shade Chestnut, and I'm going to put that on all over. We love when a foundation comes together, honey. So I've got my foundation on. Now it's time to go back in with my concealer, the same one that I used to base my lids with. So the number 12 in the Juvia's Place. Now I'm gonna highlight where I need to get it popping, okay? So underneath the eyes, as usual, I kind of heavily put it on down there. Just want my under eyes to look as smooth and snatched, come on baby, as possible. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna do a little strip down the nose and forehead as well. Bam, just like that, like that, like that, like this and up. Like that, like that, like this, and up. So I'm gonna go in, same brush that I used earlier, and buff this bad boy out. Get it nice, smooth, and flawless, which is what we all want for our concealer. I will say, the thicker that you put that concealer on, the more coverage you're gonna get out of it, versus some people will say they let it, you know, put it on, let it dry, and then try to blend it out. I just like putting more on and then go ahead and blend it out, only because sometimes if you let it dry too long, when you go in there and try to blend it out, you're gonna be scrubbing and like scraping almost your skin to get it to blend out because it's dried down so much already. So I say just put it on a little bit thicker and then go in with that bad boy. And get it snatched, you know what I'm saying? All right, now that we're all blended out, gorgeous and glowing, it's time to set this bad boy. So I'm going in with my all-time favorite, the Laura Mercier setting powder. I'm gonna go in and really get this set, okay? One thing I hate the most is that cracking, creasing under the eye. It's like the worst. So really going in there and pressing. Don't be too modest. Just go in there, really press it in, because that's what's gonna get that concealer to stay put. All right, so now that I've got my concealer set, I'm gonna go in and contour. So I'm gonna use the KKW Beauty, their contour kit. I'm going to be using the contour shade number 2 and the highlight shade number 2 in the palette. So let's get it popping. Always want to make sure you go back by that hairline, really get up close to it so we have no lines. No lines, baby, no lines. And then don't forget the forehead. Now I'm getting a good highlight going. Yes. Voila. We're contoured, okay? So now that I've got my contour and my highlight on, we're gonna wipe off the bakeage and move on to the under eyes, which is one of my favorite things to do when I really want my eye to be nice and sultry, smoky, sexy. yes, that under eye just brings it all together. So I'm gonna go back into the same palette that we used earlier, along with that same pencil brush that I used, and that's how I'm going to get that nice smoky underneath the eye. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Show Some Skin, which is the darker shade that we put on the outer edge, and I'm gonna get really up close and personal with my under eye. So really sweeping it right along the edge. And don't be afraid to like really get in there, like get that pigment on there. So then I'm gonna take my brush that I used to sweep off, if I can find it, sweep off my bakage and kind of sweep off anything that kind of fell down onto my cheeks, because my cheeks do come up kind of high. So then I'm gonna go in with my Urban Decay 24/7 pencil, go in there and line, keeping it on the outer corner so the inner corner of my eye stays open, and voila. Ooh, she's sultry, she's sexy. All right, so now that I've got that on, my eyes look really put together now, and we're gonna go into our last steps, which is gonna be the lips. Today, I'm really feeling a nice nude. You guys know me, I love a good nude lip, and it just is what it is. So today I'm going to be using the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer lip today, and my lip liner is going to be none other than the KKW Beauty. It is a little dirty because I mean I use it all the time, but it is their nude 2.5 shade that just is my perfect outline nude. So I'm going to go in with that. And now we lipstick it out. Look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love this lip lacquer. Gives me coverage, but also gives me that shine. And it's just so beautiful. Love. And last but not least, setting mist. We gotta spray the house down. You guys know what I be talking about. All right, let's scooch it out so we can see the overall look. All right, so here is the overall finished look. I mean, I feel gorgeous, and that's, I mean, your number one priority, right? So I hope you guys really love the look. I really love that palette. I love the shades in it, blended so smooth, so crisp and clean. So I would definitely recommend going out and getting it. You guys know what I gotta say. It's time to subscribe if you made it all the way to the end of the video. You obviously like what I'm doing here, and I want you to join the family. I'd love to see you here. Message me something down in the comment box. Say you're a new subscriber or that you love my videos. Anything you want to say, I am always open to hear. And you want to make sure you hit that like button. So if you really like the video and you do want to recreate this on yourself, you'll definitely want to hit that like button, because it'll already be saved to your liked videos and you won't have to go scrolling for it the next time you're ready to recreate it on yourself. You also want to click that bell so you can be notified every time I upload a brand new video. And that's the end of my spiel that I have to say every time, because y'all be forgetting to like and subscribe, so I got to remind y'all, you know, 2 or 3 times. But that is definitely the end of the video. I hope you guys really liked this look. I loved it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.